Mamen Shah Siemfen free England. Chelsea Eshe 2. Liverpool Eshe Bako. Ken. Mate a lot of commentaries, metie comments I would win na. Your ball game ni wie ye no. Masashe game ni bio. Match ni 2 times. The first thing I notice here, Emma Chelsea winning game no, was the attitude of Chelsea team. No. Tactics play a key role. Individual performance ne was so. But I notice game no after set me say rewatch be no. The attitude of Chelsea team no. Na Chelsea team no omu nsuro Liverpool. Omu nya akukudro. Omu nya gidie that confidence level ne was so. The reason why I make us say the first thing attitude that na very positive no. Chelsea era game ni no. Oni Levi Kowo. Oni Fofana. Oni Chaloba. Oni Kopama. Sa players when na no me out of this game. Game na ekoso no. Arguably o metire ho no center back on de na o kura kire wo de ma Chelsea. Na ye bedia show o pre free mu. Game na se ekoso ano. Joshua champion se free mu. E got to a time na Chelsea use Reece James and Hato and na ebo 4 and 5 row no. With all these situations at Chelsea fame no. Omutimi gina Liverpool for anim. Ebie mu ni Liverpool 4 boy. Enti say na Chelsea etimi a Liverpool 2-1. The first thing I mean hu ni say na eye positive. And my Chelsea winning no, was the attitude of Chelsea, the entire Chelsea team no. So what person who say team be attitude very positive ah. Hwe kwan yo mbefa so ahya ase. In case the opponent they bounce back, how I'll bet me a react. After say Liverpool for ebe take no, Emma ne be 1-1 no. Hwe kwan ya Chelsea for so a react ye. Oman panic, almost stay focused. Players of omu free bench by ni ebe change game no so the match Chelsea. And it's all these factors when you now put it together. Say Chelsea now omu the positive attitude. So the first thing was the positive attitude of Chelsea team no. Emma can be a play key role at the match Chelsea team no. Oye positive attitude ne to nchen ya. Yembeche the tactics ni breaking game ne down. Ken Chelsea mostly big games are. Now who say coach Enzo Maresca. Ebo Malo Gusto. No bo Reece James are. Sa 2 players no our Chelsea lineup ni mpe. Mostly se Malo Gusto ebo na Reece James eba. In big games Enzo Maresca decide say Obama Reece James mum and abebo as a midfielder. No the Malo Gusto abo as a right back. Most of Chelsea big games are where you use 2 players. Nemum against Liverpool team no. Papa friend say Enzo Maresca as sa bibia o shoki nipa bebre. Na nkofo ntiase. This time around one for Reece James mum and confimfi. Or the Malo Gusto mum and the share the midfield of Chelsea team nim. And or the Reece James share the right back. Enti confusing nkofo bebre. By Ken, tactically, from a tactical standpoint, make me the ben says me boa catcher say, born na a witness say the role of Malo Gusto, a play key at the match Chelsea. Sa on Malo Gusto amber right back or the best finfi hono. Sa role no a brio be any so by eno a change in your baby at the match Chelsea bobo. The coach decided so the Malo Gusto be any say. Obama Malo Gusto aye runner e won finfi ho. Oma Enzo Fernandez enye runner. Oma Caicedo enye runner. By rather, Obama Malo Gusto mum aye runner. And it is a Malo Gusto agent and finfi on not operate as a runner. On the bell running in between the lines. No Malo Gusto no abwa. Ama Chelsea Bobo Kono. Etimia dragging Liverpool team no. No I'm making sure so we're creating space because clearly Ushe game now. And can mostly say Enzo Maresca Sia Kampe. Eya no prefer Obenya numbers in the midfield. And to either say Obama the right back and then Reece James no. I join the midfield and also Obama Kukurea your left back no. I join the midfield. But against Liverpool, coach decided say majority of the minutes no Oma Kukurea, Oma Reece James and become midfielders no. Ebaya 3 midfielders no kwa. Eba Koye Malo Gusto, Caicedo, and Enzo Fernandez against Liverpool for 3-man midfielder ombe yusu no. And to say ye kwa 3 versus 3 won finfi wa. E kwan ba so na be ma Chelsea. Etimenya space no betimi exploit Liverpool finfi ho. A carry ball no. Enu ho adwuma ana ma Malo Gusto ye no. Enti se Malo Gusto operate as a runner. Na Chelsea use the 3rd man combination play. they are exploiting Liverpool team no e can hu bi and ma team e friend say Chelsea enya mfimfin ho e dominate ye no so clearly Ken say Chelsea attack here Chelsea shape ni anytime bi na Chelsea be shege masibia no e ya na obi anhwe the position of Joao Pedro anytime bi na Chelsea be attack no oma Joao Pedro ekose Van Dijk ana Konate mfimfin and the duty of Joao Pedro ni say distract Konate ana Van Dijk piniomo making sure say time bia no ona obe ha omadwen omo ntimi moving komani enti anytime bia Chelsea be build up no oma Joao Pedro in between Van Dijk and Konate now we use a branch defense Malo Gusto as a right midfielder now Enzo Fernandez as a left midfielder no mo push ya komani so Chelsea shape no was clear by any time bia Chelsea shape no ebe Malo Gusto Enzo Fernandez Caicedo o mfimfin no e was a time bia no Malo Gusto mum ana ye runner no dragging a player along no creating space and the Chelsea first goal no mo say no a classic and clear example of Chelsea first goal no based on the role of Malo Gusto and one of the show mo first goal no can we a time at Chelsea ba be show mo first goal no initially me catch us Chelsea attack here e ya the position of Joao Pedro before say Chelsea ba be show the goal no Joao Pedro and in between Van Dijk and Konate opinion mo no distract you now Chelsea mfimfin on the bed ya show ne kura ball Caicedo ejina nechi Enzo Fernandez and they operate as a left midfielder a honor Gravenberch ejina ne so the right midfield row e Malo Gusto a honor so McAllister ejina ne so at that moment problem bia embaye by hasei ana Malo Gusto row no na eye important mama the next picture na hwa de ken afi de Malo Gusto mum ana era ne aba nechi aba abaje ball ne from bedia show ora ne aba abaje ball ne from bedia show no ye hu say McAllister edi nechi a opeso close it down so McAllister so Malo Gusto ne runs no a drag McAllister to create a space for Chelsea to exploit that space oje ball na no ana connect Caicedo o connect Caicedo no space na McAllister eje free ho no ho ana Caicedo this space no o de ball ne run e o de kwhyekin we a clear example enti Malo Gusto no ni role no o ye runner time ye was all run now moving to channel no way you Liverpool for midfield ba kwa pie na create space so Chelsea go na Caicedo kwhye no e Malo Gusto mum ana run ye ana drag McAllister out of position creating space for Caicedo ho ana Caicedo de ball ni kugina ya o shoot ye no we the Malo Gusto role running using third man combination pass to create space and score Chelsea their first goal the role of Malo Gusto came now a very important to the match Chelsea winning this game so clearly tactically say Chelsea crabo na plan was clear and that role na Enzo Maresca use na no against a Liverpool team no e clinical ye o take risk and so when your coach now take risk na sa race now take ye e koye di mawa all the credit e the mama coach and then no say Chelsea e Liverpool no crabo na Chelsea bon say Chelsea lose ball ne pe anka beka so obi te say Garnacho e left winger but ma Garnacho etimi beka strikers no Joao Pedro no ho as plate number 9 omomom ne belly did the press no a command to man won finfin ho na fi the Liverpool for midfielders na struggle to feed on attackers no so with the ball without the ball Chelsea no me super substitution players on free bench ba ye check the performance of Romeo Lavia free bench ba ye no obeji finfin ho ne calmness or allow other midfielders ne so betima function very well and making sure so be a lot of ball distribution Estivao free bench by you know or some kind of energy by can you say Estivao go no Chelsea 10 players na no me involved in that goal and no use 28 seconds and the shares go no 10 players our field ne so no obia ye involved e was go nim and no use 28 seconds and when the position anyhow or convert a game no Caicedo excellent Enzo Fernandez performance Reece James so you know ken ubusabe dia meme nkojina ba bia nkoka say ana slot anya de ana Liverpool team no Mohamed Salah yourself is there me the credit ne do na be ma Chelsea bobuko no Chelsea team ne perform very well attitude tactically individual performance na Chelsea e was ro SN Liverpool team na omo deserve sa win no okọ Ramon Sanchez pe wana Barcelona kolusu 4-1 against Sevilla to be honest me na a game ba kwa na mnim say Barcelona ba ko win this game no ba amba ni sa me the kind of credit e dey am Sevilla bobuko no ken Nancy Barcelona answer that Sevilla so bebre. By a ball game ni we no, ana Sevilla head coach say was steady Barcelona team ne sa no hu se teams e team share Barcelona no teams a Barcelona kura ball no mo tata Barcelona bo mo nkogu mo box ni mo defend throughout enti no mo plan here say anytime bia Barcelona beji ball ni bia no on be tata Barcelona ball buku and so what check Sevilla ball no mo ball na Sevilla for no ma Barcelona je ball na omo ye very aggressive Barcelona against PSG Luis Enrique decided say obeko man to man won finfin ho against Barcelona midfielders no Barca ntimi anya sa total central dominance no the same thing and hu ya against Sevilla o man midfielders no e man to man and no me very aggressive and no ma Barcelona midfielders no e kwan e mo mu nkra ball ne nche and how I know mu beat Barcelona for a high line no so in a way all the credit e de be my team e friend say Sevilla how o mo fa so si akan no by king everything say Hansi Flick e be fa Barcelona bobuku no matcha Barcelona matches bebree by me team catch us say we the worst Barcelona under Hansi Flick ne first half performance first half no die bibia na Barcelona be ye bia na emfa the first 45 minutes na Barca lack intensity na Barca ntimi contain the pressure from Sevilla na Barcelona very sloppy with the ball omoje ball no mo lose ball ni bebree unusual with Barcelona say okura ball no lose ball ni bebree na Barcelona recovery rate ni nye anytime bia Barcelona try some beko high line na easy say team my friend say Sevilla beat me beat you and say what check here the first 45 minutes Barcelona defense na disorganized Hansi Flick say okos roba forma obebo high line no on sesa no and anytime bia Barcelona bebo high line no the right back and the left back na Gerard Martin and Akundi sa two players in Barcelona bebo high line na omo move inside emo beka center backs no no very close by say teams na shase target sa e ho no enti against Sevilla you say Alexis Sanchez and Ruben Vargas exploit baby and Akundi and Abrante defense Gerard Martin ejina no because anytime be Akundi beji ball no oje ball na no lose ball no recovery na e bad even on no pokra ne ko lose ball no ema Sevilla e ko share the second goal the same thing applies to Gerard Martin on so je ball na lose possession bebree enti na ma omo right back left back na aye weak most especially the right side on say Barcelona no omo right side no they na operate as a right center back na ye Araujo and they na obo right back Kunde sa two players the combination on the right side na team friend say Sevilla enkuyi na omo exploit it in the midfield omo ntimi enkura ball na omo pe no the final third Dani Olmo no out of the game Lewandowski no enkuyi Ferran Torres ono mpokra before so obe film no na ya kabo ne ba akopɛ wo penalty box ni the only player no Barcelona ni mo say na the performance was ro Rashford second half no on be pigeon modern bom omunya chances kakra by Rooney Badge so be mu no onya two big chances and was so the ball no to atenem say all the no kra na e ka asema ball na Barcelona boy no mun deserve win Sevilla no me better Manchester e win ye Saturday ubusa me sa game me catch say Sunderland for no stubborn side by the only way a Manchester United beat me win no say Manchester be clinical Manchester United two big chances omunya and omo share and I was very happy for Benjamin Sesko two before Sunderland game no on the Brentford Oshegu and was about she was good so the baby no confidence so I think Manchester United so deserve Arsenal there you go game ni no papa friend is Arteta e hage Gyökeres now be anti Gyökeres and Shegu by team on the boy West Ham no the breaky omo deep block no na Gyökeres and they say Arsenal for no so okay kakra na ye me nim ko Arsenal team no yeah omo hage ye mo ye nim ko omo
nti be twen season man na we dey team comes
unjo
season 1 be ba na season 2 as you get as you cause 20 years ago as I did it 20 years ago
bro
United at 2013 it was more content
and you might be 12
from na Arsenal there country Europe pa team my castle omu complete share fin new bia can go about didi omu supporters in kwem say omu wi ni omu ana wadwe maso sa
say ye hwe omu nyame adomu a ye wa ha sima hu say Arteta ye politician na Victor Gyökeres on shego no ahye da akobam no and boy no worked hard my brother my coach since when You be judge striker based on say what people will be around you. At the end of it, we're going to judge him based on the number of goals. Your Christ, then we are then see Obianca Nasam na say. What starting ye? Into Obianca Nasam. I to say Joao Pedro, dear no. On saying the form not se but nobody is talking about it. It's okay. But and confirm that say Otrumika had no creative chance at a politician. Also be an fan. Safla went better. Unim Kunya, the number of chances are Matis Kunya were creative. And so 007 withdrew.
Also 007.
My uncle Waha. Mammy Twasson free baby a kwame we na okaba some common. Na me so men Twasson free okay. Last season Barcelona game na no mobo ne ejina niama miensa so. 3 key areas e Barcelona game no. Didn't kind Barcelona had a unique way of pressing. It reminded us of Barcelona 2009, 2010, in fact, from 2008 to 2011 under Pep Guardiola, when the famous 6 seconds rule na ewoho. Last season, Barcelona's pressing suffocated teams, you know, Emma teams in the ball in Barcelona. Into Barcelona, you more chances via turnover. Say, or the ball no air press na Barcelona, I don't know how ball. Na Barcelona kwa koshe. Number 1, their pressing game. Number 2, if their pressing game fails, esansa no mo ball high line into no. Na Barcelona key thing power was the offside rule. Me boy. Last year, we were talking about Barcelona send no opponents here offside to send the any account and they Arsenal and corner kicks. Inti, you said the extra thing for Barcelona was the offside. Since you gamer, yet me analyze it and discuss it, the number of offsides are opponents. Barca. It was one of those key things we're talking about. The way we discuss Arsenal and corner kicks, we are discussing Barcelona and offsides. Now I'm saying also we can offside as well. Nabi. Unless we say Barcelona no more the kings of offsides. Now we don't talk about it again. The third one is say so offside na Juma. Opponents were creating chances, but either say opponents no more wasteful and as a Hoja Sheshini was key. It's a Niema way. And then the key points at the Barcelona. And you ask yourself, say, are they in this season? Now let's have a discussion on it. Ken, yes, I say. And Niema Nkoyi, why when you are? Obia Abe Church and again. Inigo Martinez is free on Barcelona, Ebre. Obia Chen again. Listen, if today, Inigo Martinez ewo na Barcelona ball no mo ball no nka me twabo Inigo Martinez. Inigo Martinez on your top center back. He was playing in a system no say, and he had a good communication skills into on a Pau Kubasi on a lead omo into offside trap bia no okasa boys ni tie no mu nyina form one line. Last season the Enciana Barcelona offside ne F4 pa say Inigo Martinez, Pau Kubasi, Jules Koundé, Alejandro Baldi, sa 4 center backs consistently they played so many games. Me what? This season, and now we say Kubasi ni Ronaldo na ebo, ochina Eric Garcia na ebo, ochina Christiansen na ebo. There is no consistency even in the 2 center halves. How can you set up offsides? Communication in you hole. Barcelona ball no more a system. So system be ye juma. Just away ye, we find it there. It's a cambo na system ni ye juma. Into one part ye juma, it will not work. It is our offsides and they may pamucho. And ye Inigo Martinez and Como because offsides and Como no. If last season, any this season, say Inigo Martinez ye box CCA, then ne obo not no what's na bench, not for fraud the bar. On to me communicate ye. Dear Tosubio, press na Barcelona for key point pano. this season. Bear 3-4 games in year and 5. And now Paul Kubasi a game. Normally the problem is say, oh, defense didn't go here. And I'll say the problem is not the defense. Problem ni any what Paul Kubasi or say born or more defender it starts from the top. Any what for normal press here. It is a one press here. Barcelona highline no but opponents be passing ball easy. Now, say teams they share Barcelona no. Moment for the snitty me ball ni bebre. Danger. They have the time, they have the luxury of time. To be pejo muti allocated passes and some of them. And you say yes sir. I was opponent Jibola. What the pressure to so send a pass now open on TV more born in fancy. Remember one example, let me move on. For me call the 34th minute. Now me be sawa sembi. Kent, wadaroma. Ken, me come when you pon the child say, picture where that television is. Me can say, Barcelona ne defend ya one here when you mean. One here who picture where? Who begin say a Sevilla mom ne defend you. Rather, it is Sevilla that is attacking. Gerard Martin. Into more offside trap. Onside commander me no know. Offside na emfa. There's no pressing. Never cried. I mean, what the Sevilla leading one? Onsro. The number of players here attacking Barcelona for. I see some granny defending. Who are say Barcelona mom there?
Sevilla for early defend.
No correct.
But Sevilla for mom shall white mom there copy gouache.
Aha. Orange for no.
Orange for no. And near Barca.
They defend you. It's a clearly issues day.
That's a thread it me or Mojumi. Barca defended thread. And Gerard Martin quite mistake. If you like a go for me to national
Where Mimi Susu say I was say and again I'm expecting the coach to work on that. No problem. These things
almost there 2 way on side. 2 year we are not here. You be a Gerard Martin. It's a ball about side here, you be on side.
And say back four no. Frankie de Jong now drop here be say inside and I Paul Kubasi coach na left when Gerard Martin's were top. But okay, let me move on. Now I'm back Chelsea and Sabino. Dear Tennessee, Ken, all prepare for big game. And was said, all prepared tactically. Nemo, you can be the best statistician ever. Yes. If individual players do not win individual draws, in fact. Timmy, one our pain we are say our taxes ni. Say a co park and so. Would the Jumama Biggie is a biggie? When you 1v1 a cuts in, pass the ball. If Biggie does not do that, or taxes no semi for so being wa abas. For a team to win big game, I was say tactically coach and take it correct. I was say individually players next na park and so take it correct. I to say, what's the set stories? Ebe ye juma. Now ba, nasa Mike and ma, when in ma, sabi, eme juma no tosi me boa. Though you might be very good, you might prepare. But oba na machine in ye juma. I'm sorry, the way you need na kwa Diego. Me de catch Chelsea someone will say, tactically, Enzo Maresca was 100%. And individually, players no individual duels, which are 100%. And now, if Chelsea had drawn, I would say, Chelsea for now, ball, atra, ball, na nice, so ball. Mammy, when they won't come on. Ken. Chelsea problem or what? We Enzo Maresca all prepare for this game. You have a team, injuries, baby. The number of injuries are all because of time. Dear Tosubio, Chelsea are not scoring. When him say Chelsea have bought 10 games so far, him say 7 in the Premiership, or bought back against Lincoln, or bought Champions League. So that gives around 10 games. Ken, when him Chelsea top scorer? I am Moises Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez, 2 defensive midfielders. Chelsea top scorer so. I will league them. Moises Caicedo or number 6. Enzo Fernandez or number 8. Inti any more for ni ise go. Inti who prepare. One year you be careful kakra. But I think say Maresca actually tactically when saw Liverpool, he wanted to dare them. Because Malo Gusto there, with all due respect. Say oba inside, say Malo Gusto. Ebo na se Chelsea a manage na right back. No wakati in aba inside the crowd obre. Inti say a starting game no se coach name Malo Gusto. Abo mfimfia you might think say number 6. And no Gusto boy now boy, you know. He was operating more of a number 10. Because his job was to make sure so man McAllister mobile nibi. Because ideally, if you have a midfield 3 of Enzo Fernandez, Moises Caicedo, now the Malo Gusto Kanwa, Okate when you want to say Enzo will play as the number 10. But rather, on the right back nibom, Echo Jina more of a number 10. Say making sure say man McAllister mobile nibi. This is pure tactical genius from the coach. He might have his issues, but the setup on the game was good. Right, Kent, from a game when I'm in charge. Liverpool for strength back home. How they build up. Now, Chelsea for setup, Nini, watch this. Garnacho operating from the left. But Liverpool for build up. Garnacho, Nejumane say, Obejina Konate, so Oma Konate Mobo Nibi. Now, se Konate Garnacho fan nature se Garnacho weja Conor Bradley ho. Because ideally senke yesha. It was said that Chelsea left winger no be press Liverpool right back. It is a Garnacho ja ho no akọ press Konata meaning say Conor Bradley free. Now, Conor Bradley there no watch television no so Marco Corella is not doing 1v1. He's not doing man to man on him. He's only doing zonal. One man gap. The reason so one man gap they say nechi Mohamed Salah. I want so no enter me book coach na Barcelona say the Chelsea coach there say I'm daring Mohamed Salah. And or they be the asel gina nchen. So it was 1v1, man to man. Ideally, the entire message one when you coach bia ebesro ni say Ken with all due respect. What the Salah mama the asela we your message so. But individual duels, players and Ejuma no was excellent and we are better shell. Wow. Tell me say game no you might prepare tactically, but individual duels no so players and win a title because the Liverpool Chelsea game it was a day say Chelsea decided to go man to man. So man to man on us when we need our individual duels now. We are dead. Tell me 1 minute CB. Real Madrid need be a real. I saw one iconic picture. I can't think you be near the mammy penalty nearby. And I mean one castle. Yeah. The Kylian Mbappe the penalty in a man. Vinicius Junior so catch it. Go. That picture. Oh. Say Omamanya 6 penalties so far. Hey, Mr. O. Last year, penalties near. Last year, Madrid for your penalties 19.
Last year,
19, 14. Ever league in them coming 14. Say almost 6 so far.
You have 7 matches.
I wear all competition. Cancel. Almost you try too much. So last year when you're 19, you can imagine what I say. And now this year 6. See the penalties they will come. What I say, body beba. But me come on, me would say the last 3 years, Kylian Mbappe was 40 goals above. Every season we are 40 goals above. Obiang Boni din embata Ballon d'Or. Meaning say. See, Kylian Mbappe any swadi unso person je Ballon d'Or or person je Champions League. He will need the best of Vinicius Junior. He will need the best of Jude Bellingham. He will need the best of the players because no matter the individual performance, if the team collectively ain't me achieve will be beer. Mbappe can score 60 goals enkwesi into politically make Vinicius Junior play better. Because Vini, the form, the bar, the bigger benefit is Kylian Mbappe. Not even him.
Vini transfer the World Cup.
And also so dear, send that assassin. The Brazil team.
Vini, Vini, I know Manchester United. Why?
Sunderland. There's Remo Ken. Boss Ken. Sunderland is the boss.
Manchester, they mean, person make a Manchester.
Say, team now winning.
Oh, yes, so much. I'm a bomber. I said, school crash go. A bomber for my idea. Oh, so by no never be said. Until Yamaya don't know you be said, yeah. At least one born home into my bomber for my idea. But I'm going name Manchester United for now, dear. Can me better make call myself. Can Barcelona and Sevilla game now? There were a lot of shortfalls in the Barcelona team, honestly speaking. But I feel the biggest thing affecting the Barcelona performance now can injuries. We can't take that out. Obibe to me I say team be a players pra. Okay. That is very true. And I don't think you more akwanya say obi to players bebre. Say the be obi pra, obi to me be a shame. But me no me no be atum. Say mpain bebre no. Untimi fast spare time into to time na shame dada ne ho. There be. Ono de oba ba behwe so. E de akofie keke nti take me home. Na papa ni wia anase yiyi a no aba beto so de afioro. Let's look at the Barcelona team a boy and a team the last game Barcelona played Ken omo ni hwe kwampo they had Lamine Yamal on the bench. Time na Barcelona da form ka ba ko. Ana coach ni be pensesan ye. Obehi obi odi an instant impact. Ebeba game ni mama Barcelona na niema asesa no. Oto na ni hwe bench. He saw a certain Lamine Yamal only 100% fit. But Lamine Yamal to me more 10 minutes of good football crampo now. I thought it me a difference maker. And the team be a wom. And oh ye change. And Lamine Yamal bem. Lamine Yamal bem on the first touch. Assist. Barcelona they say they take lead. It was our game. Eventually they won the game. But I know a game no. So coach need to near kwa her bench and why substitution with no disrespect to the players I know what. Why na was our charisma no? I remember park and so the Ababe Savage situation no. And the Barcelona there was nobody. Last season your ball Lamine Yamal that is true. But came per numbers. Barcelona best player na Rafinha. This time around, Rafinha is available. Look at the numbers and the performance for Barcelona. Eti yebeti mi aka bibia o Barcelona team ni mu. No kremi ni obi abeya 100%. But yen timi ni injuries and film. That is number 1. Okay, number 2. Barcelona players no. Emu fadodo na they are becoming lazy. Barcelona situation no woman, Chelsea with the same situation. But what is the difference between the two? Players normally available at Chelsea, no, stand to the tester, or more executive plan of the coach. What about the other players on their part of Barcelona? They are not doing it. Barcelona and Paris Saint-Germain game on boy before the game against Sevilla. Barca only played 30 minutes. So about high line, about possessive football, high intensity football. It means I was pressing more. It will game anymore. Barcelona players only played the first 30 minutes almost pressing enough. The rest of the minutes, Paris Saint-Germain took over and only winning game against Barcelona. And now, look at the performance of the Barcelona team. Players are more coach Hansi Flick. And they have to be up and doing. Look at the performance of Dani Olmo. Olmo Nana Yejeje last season no nie. And last season, Sena Olmo Nkoyia. Coach ni be change and the Femi Lopez abem.
They don't want to 61 million.
And then return cry. So, by last season, another Femi Lopez is fitter. 10, sir. Any form do.
61 million, yeah, I was through. And some other to Kunya money with
so, but then Femi Lopez is available. And I Olmo performance in Korea. Quickly obey substitution. But this time around, or substitute or the wine neighbor, is it true? It feels like the laziness of certain players in the Barcelona squad. Any injuries, affected the performance of Barcelona. Okay, moving on. Harry Kane. Say, I want to so. So in a Ballon d'Or, on prioritizing leaving Bayern Munich. Yes. Baby, I was no. A man depend who no. I am saying this because now I can see a kind of Tottenham. Adiana Oyen Bayern. He was doing it at Tottenham. Or she goes to Premier League. Playing for Tottenham in the league. But he be both season in Liberia, or bet me again the top scorer. He became the highest scorers in the Premier League. Now Harry Kane did. He decided, say, why yet he so be our Tottenham away. He's going to need a bigger club. A bigger club no call Bayern Munich. Should the rate at which amount for both Kylian Mbappe din? Should the rate at which amount for both Ellen Haaland din? But only will be one more goals at Harry Kane this season. And looking at the number of matches on my ball, Kylian Mbappe won 9 goals. About 8 matches. Haaland won 9 goals. Or about 7 matches. Harry Kane in home common has played 6 matches or 11 goals in the Bundesliga with 3 assists. But we had the needed mention, we had the needed hype just because he's playing for Bayern Munich in the Bundesliga. The only idea between me about Harry Kane, so between me and Ballon d'Or, I say Bayern Munich be the Champions League, and I say probably England require the World Cup. That is why I'm saying, say when any so person get Ballon d'Or, dia. I was so prioritizing living Bayern Munich Bobo Kono.
We Obas and Concha goes in China, Bayern.
Oh, I see.
Looking at how they play, any chances for Mukiti.
So only dinner bus anymore.
Obesha more power.
Obesha Chen Bayern, or Bayern is here.
Is possible?
Because only go to
Yes.
all round player, when the ball will be there.
So, but it didn't your money, sir, just because of Bayern Munich. But I didn't know why the Bayern. No, it is not as if the Bundesliga never full because no, you England.
But the Bundesliga or the FIFA best. Honestly, the FIFA best is Germany.
Of course, but Ken, we've seen players in the Bundesliga. The almost GG, no almost a Fata Ballon d'Or, Yambo Mudino. We shouldn't forget about Frank Ribery. The performance in 2013. No, this is a fantasy at the Ballon d'Or, man. But we are saying one to me, just because of where he was playing. Not because he was a bad player. And it's that make us depend. Kane numbers no they money there. Say the priority and it's all budget the Ballon d'Or there. I was say o make sure so be free Bayern Munich bobo for him. I am not saying Bayern is a bad club there but because play and efforts and your match recognized just because of baby I would say kind.
We are doing so for Manchester United.
And can make catch Chelsea as a make it to be.
If I come
Manchester United they can. Adi me train say Amorim best matches at was. So last time I catch was since 2024 May 2023-2024 season. Manchester United in winning 2 consecutive matches in the Premier League. Through the whole of last season, 2024-2025, yeah, winning Premier League matches me no and twaso. And this season it been here. Intimate transfer Manchester United by winning consecutive Premier League games. Omo here no ni dia. Mesha Siaka coach Amorim any Manchester United as but until then there be my member Chelsea team na baso. And one player surprised me powers by their show.
Yeah.
Can come on this season. But their show before the game against Liverpool, no about 1 match playing the Premier League in a match out. A player only a bit more. At the point, he looked more or less like an outcast. As a Chelsea team, Chelsea started season no. Trevor Chalobah, Levi Colwill Baba Bipra. Ye di tosi na darabio yo partner Chalobah. Ni nyina mu no, ye yiyi mu ayi nkwada Joshua Champion mu nyina ba be kan ho a. Na ba dia shele nka ho. But getting the opportunity against Liverpool, to me, he was Chelsea's best player. Look at how he was playing. Everything about the Chelsea team changed. The defensive organization and everything. BBR. And for me, players are winning opportunity in Siakai. But Kakrebi Obenya Biano, person at least he needs that opportunity and time Obenya deliver. I'm always happy for those players. Mebona Baso and Enzo Maresca, so said and everything was on point. Especially those second half changes for the Chelsea front 3 free mono. As a sound BBR the dynamics of the game they match Chelsea. Kudos to them. They deserve the 3 points, Ken.